Hi folks, and welcome to Schick Happens. I wasn't even going to put a video together today, and I still might not, but I figured I'd better do an intro. It's February 3rd. Here in Northwest Ohio, it should be about 20 degrees. Snow on the ground, everything froze up. Yesterday it was 53, today it was 51. I just got off work a little bit ago, and instead of being in the house or being out here in the barn, I thought I'd go take a walk around the property, take the camera with me in case I wanted to make a video. There was a honeybee flying around up there by the fluorescent light. I never see honeybees here from my hives the first part of February. So that's why I want to go take a walk around the property and maybe put together a video. So stick around. It's February 2nd, or 3rd. February 3rd in Northwest Ohio. Typically this time of year it's about 20 degrees. It's 53 out today. And the bees are moving. I just wanted to get this on film. That's just not normal for this area this time of year. They didn't like that. I was just out back checking on the beehives. February 3rd, and we have 53 degrees today. This little area back here behind the house, the wife and I put this in, I'm going to say about 8 years ago. Just a little setting area with a deck that we just can't seem to control the mold on. We've tried everything on that, and it just gets that green stuff growing on it. So finally I gave up and we got a green deck. And this little campfire grill here, I bought this online when we put this little area in back here. We come back and grill out on it about 2-3 times a year. We got a fire pit area behind us. I need to get some more wood in there. It's just a neat little sitting area to get away from things every once in a while. And we have the grandkids here. We'll pop a tent and camp out. But this needs a little bit of work this spring. I try to get some mulch in here, freshen it up. Smoker's over there. I don't think you can see it in the frame here, but I need to get going on using that smoker again too. I still can't believe this birdhouse has lasted as long as it has. I think I made this 25 years ago. I used little willow saplings and handmade this little log cabin birdhouse with little roofing shingles. And speaking of birdhouses, I think I've got 3 or 4 made. I'll probably make about 4 or 5 more. I usually like to get 6 to a dozen birdhouses made in February, March, and then just put them throughout the property. Behind the camera here is the house. It's our small little 120-year-old farmhouse. And then the backyard, and then right behind me is about an acre of ground, acre and a half, that I think about 8 years ago I started planting pine and spruce trees of several varieties. And I hope I live long enough to see a nice little grove of trees back here. Every year in the spring and in fall, I plant close to 50 to 60 trees. And there'll be a dozen or 2 that go into this little area back here. I know it doesn't look like a lot now, but I'm hoping in 10-15 years, it's a cool little section of property to walk around in. We just don't have a lot of pine and spruce here, and if you want them, you got to plant them. This little storage shed that we picked up last year, a lot of projects need to happen with this too that I'd like to get to this spring or summer. I wouldn't mind putting a little sitting deck off the back of it, and I haven't done anything to the inside of this. Absolutely nothing. Let me show you. As you can see, this is completely bare, other than a little chair or cot. But this spring or summer, I want to get in here and get plywood in here, get a bunch of shelves. And this is basically where we're going to put all of our gardening stuff, instead of just scattered about between the barn and the garage and everywhere else. This will be strictly for gardening. And probably store the hummingbird feeders in here, some bird seed, that kind of stuff. But that'll definitely be a project that I work on this year. Now this shed is just sitting on blocks. It's not permanent by any stretch of the means. When we had this delivered, I did put some cedar, some scrap cedar that I had up in the loft there, milled some down and put a step in, and I put some skirting around this front side and made a cedar planter box here. I think I put annuals in there. We'll wait and see. But again, this will be something that I play around with this summer. A lot of things to do with it. Even the girls are liking this warm weather. They usually slow down on egg production January, February. December, January, February. I think I got 16 hens. And we've been getting 8 to 10 eggs a day. But with this warm up, it kicked them back up a little bit to about 14. Another nice thing about being in the 50s in February. I also need to get a couple loads of mulch in here for a little walkway to my shooting target, backstop. That's going to need a new facelift pretty soon. I might add a little bit more dirt to the mound. But I definitely want to get a truckload or two of mulch in here just to bring this back up to walk when it's wet and I do a little bit of shooting. Looking over here at the hog pen, this is my waterer, and it's just self-fed, and I got a pipe down below with I think 5 or 6 nipples on it. And I'm not sure how many gallon this is, but it's 2 feet by 2 feet by 3 feet, something like that. And then behind me here, this is my feeder. I can get about 700 pounds of hog feed in there. So with this system and this system, when we do have our hogs, I only got to come out here about once every 3 weeks, 2 weeks, something like that, and refill everything. It just makes things a lot easier raising pigs. But I know this top needs to be redone. But that's no big deal. It'll be a project this spring, and I need to redo some hinges on that lid. A couple little small projects, and maybe I'll do a video on that. I had mentioned in a previous video that I want to try to get to some kind of normalcy on posting videos, maybe in a Monday and a Friday. And I'd really like to try to stick to that, but I really enjoy making these videos. Today's no different. It's February 3rd here in Northwest Ohio. It should be 10-15 degrees out, and it's 50. And when I got off work today, I didn't want to come home and be bottled up in the house or out in the barn. It's too nice out. This is just unseasonably warm. So I thought I'd take the camera and just film a few things and put a video up just to share this nice weather that we're experiencing here. But as far as the schedule of posting videos, I don't know, we'll see. I'd like to do a Monday and a Friday, but today's Monday. This video will probably go up tomorrow, so we'll see. Thanks for joining me here today at Schick Happens. This was kind of an unplanned video, not in the schedule, but I just thought I'd walk around after work in this warm weather and take the camera with me and film a little bit. See if I can make a video out of it. But if you enjoyed this, please like it, share it, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.